पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। We have come verse number 24, chapter 3rd. उत्सीदेयो रिमे लोका न कुर्याम कर्म चेद अहम संकरस्य च कर्ता स्याम उपहन्या इमः प्रजा. I repeat again. उत्सीदेयो रिमे लोका न कुर्याम कर्म चेदहम शंकरस्य च कर्ता स्यामुपहन्यामिमः प्रजा. See the translation. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, these words will be ruined if I do not perform action, and I shall become the agent of intermingling of castes and shall be destroying these beings. See the one more time translation. These words will be ruined if I do not perform action, and I shall become the agent of intermingling of castes and shall be destroying these beings. In previous verse, we have studied that Lord Sri Krishna said, verse number 22, 23, he said, I am working continuously without any desire, without any wanting. What the purpose? The purpose is, in this verse, he is explaining that. Now see what the purpose of incarnation. When God takes form of human beings, manifests, what the purpose? So purpose is of the avatar, of the incarnation, to improve to the society. Give some lesson to the some society. The purpose of the incarnation is to set some highly examples which human beings should follow. That is the purpose of incarnation. The killing of the Rakshasas, just a bioproduct. It It is not main purpose. The main purpose is to teach human beings. So Sri Krishna says, this is my purpose to take human body. If I do not do that, then what will going to happen? Utsi Deo Rime Loka. These Loka means the society, the group, humanity will be destroyed. If I will not give a direction to the society, how to live, how to act, how to live with human beings, how to live with the brother, how to live with the sister, how to live with the father, how to live with other relatives. So Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Ram set these examples. If I do not act, if I do not work, then people will follow me. And wrong things can be accepted very easily. Wrong idea can be accepted very easily. Very easily. Our mind is ready to accept wrong things. Our mind is ready to accept all negativities. Wherever negativity is, mind goes immediately there. But in positive way, you have to force. You have to make confidence. But if there are wrong things are happening in the society, we can catch immediately. Utsi Deuri me loka. So Sri Krishna says, Arjun, this is my duty, and not only my duty, even the knowledgeable person, they are also bound to do so. Utsi Deuri me loka na kuriyam karma chedaham. If I will not work, the people will follow me. They can give my example. See the Krishna. Krishna is not working. Ram is not working. Why should I work? So they will take me an example, an ideal person. So I have to work. Kuriyam karma chedaham. If I do not do that, then what will going to happen? He's saying, Sankarasti chakartasyam. I would be the responsible. I shall become the agent for what? Sankarasya. When we were studying chapter first, the question was raised by Arjuna, Oh Krishna, if I fight, then Varna Sankar will take birth. And this Varna Sankar will lead the entire society to the hell. Now Sri Krishna is saying here, he is putting the same word. He says, Sankarasi chakaratasyam, I will be responsible. For what? Sankarasi. Now see the word Sankar. In Sanskrit, here is two words. One is Shankar. Shankar means the Lord Shiva. Another is Sankar. Sankar means intermingling. Intermingling is for what? Intermingling like two very different mentality people when met. When the two different mindset, different habits when meet, and it is intermingling. And both lose their identity. Sri Krishna says, if we have lost our culture, if someone has lost his culture, if someone has lost his identity, if someone has lost its roots, slowly, slowly, the inner wealth, the inner richness will perish. In outward, there may be richness. In outward, we may have big house. In outside, we may have the cars, the bank balance. Outside, richness is there, but inner side, there is just nothing. Zero, zero, zero. Inner side, there is a poverty. If someone has poverty inner side, then outside richness cannot make happy. And we can see all around the world, this is happening. So identity we have lost. Our culture. Every society has its own culture. Every nation has its own culture. They must have. Every country, every society, every caste, every religion, everywhere is its own culture. And culture is richness. It makes you happy. It makes you inner side happy. But if we lose that, our culture, then outer world cannot make us happy. And one more side effect. If we are poor inside, outside world is full of objects, then our attachment towards the world becomes more strong. Our attachment to the objects, because we don't have inside. Whatever we have, just outside. If I have something inside, then outer world will not appear so important. Sri Krishna is saying here, Sankar, the intermingling of culture, different habits, different thought, then identity will disappear. This is the Sankar. And without inner wealth, if we are poor inside, then outer richness will not make us happy. And so intermingling is crisis of identification. Your passport is not your identity. Passports can be changed. Your real identity is you. You may have everything, but accept yourself. You may have everything outside. Krishna is pointing out that Sankarasicha karata syam. I shall be agent of that cause. Outside we have everything, but inside we are so poor. We have nothing. If you don't have yourself, then all things is not enough for you. It is like this, There is a body, but without life. Body has no meaning. If there is no life, body has no meaning. If you are not understand your identity, if we don't understand our inner richness, then outer richness, outer objects cannot make us happy. Sri Krishna says, Anya ima prajaha, I would be the cause for that cause. So, Sri Krishna says, that is why. This is the reason, Sri Krishna says, Arjun, this is the reason I am working continuously. I am working. Now, next one. Shakta karamanya vidvanso yatha kurvanti bharata kuryat vidvans tatha sakta chikirshu loka sangraham. In Gita, there are some very, very important verses. Entire Gita is very, very meaningful. Every verse is very, very important. But there are some very, very important, more important. And this and next verse is also very, very important. So I repeat one more time. Shakta karamanya vidvanso yatha kurvanti bharataha kuryat vidvans tatha sakta tikirshu loka sangraham. See the meaning. Very beautiful. Just as the ignorant attach to their work, act, or action, so too the learned should act without any attachment and only for the welfare of the society. I repeat one more time the translation. Sri Krishna is saying here, O Arjun, just as the ignorant attached to their work, act, so too the learned should act without any attachment and only for the welfare of the world. Here, Sri Krishna is taking a more important step. In scriptures, even in the Vedas, there is no any rule for the realized person. The one person who has realization is beyond of all rules and regulations, because that is Brahman. And Brahman is above the all rules and regulations. For that person, for a realized person, there is no any instructions. Vedas are saying you are liberated. You are free. Free means absolutely free. No rules. But in this verse, Sri Krishna is making such statement very important. So let's understand what Krishna is saying here. In realized person, there are two categories. Realized person is same. Realization is same. Experience is the same. Brahman is the same. Path is the same. Everything is the same. Consciousness is the same. Taste is the same. But having realized, two categories there be. One kind realized person is who becomes quiet. He thinks, I am enough with myself. I am not interested to the world. And he becomes quiet. Quiet. He enjoys itself. He enjoys Brahman, Atman, absolutely freeness, absolutely freedom. no communication, no contact. He may live with us, he may act with us, but he will not talk about the Brahman, how to do, how to realize. They are realized, but they are not master. Another kind realized person is, having realized, they started talking to other also. Having realization, they think, I should give this knowledge others to. This is a wonderful experience. This is an excellent, beautiful experience. So I have to give this experience, this knowledge, other also. And they start speaking. They start communicating each other people. They start giving knowledge to seekers. So see, one realized person is who is quiet. Quality is same. Either speak or not. Both ways are good. So one kind realized person becomes quiet. He does not speak. But another person having realization and he tries to give this knowledge other person to. Like this knowledgeable person, Krishna is giving some instructions. If you are working, if you are giving knowledge to the society, if you are giving to this Vedantic knowledge, then you have to follow some rules. If you are not giving, then you are free. If you are giving something, some knowledge, then Sri Krishna is giving some instructions to them. He says, Satta karamanya vidvanso yata kurvanti bharata. O Bharat, O Arjun, see, like a attached person, the worldly person, sansari person, they do their jobs continuously. They are working continuously. We have been working. Working for one desire. One desire may be fulfilled or not. What work is not fulfilled. Then we take another desire, another desire, and continuously we have been working. Because of attachment, I want something. I have to work that object. I have desire for that object, so I have to work. I want to go somewhere, so I have to move. So continuously, this process is going on, and we are attached. And think deeply. See the psychology of Krishna. He says, Asaksakta, attached person, is not attached for the work. That person is attached for its result. See, if someone is doing job, and at the end, he gets salary. Job, this is a process. I am working in the office for salary, not for work. So everyone works for what? Not for work. We work for money. Our purpose is money, not work. Our purpose is result, not work. Sri Krishna is saying here, Shatta karamanya vidvanso yata kurvanti bharata. We are working here, but my eyes are looking at the result. Karamani. If my boss says, you don't come office, I will give you salary in your home, I will be happy. That's good. My interest is in salary, not in work. So Sri Krishna is pointing out here, Karamanya vid Sakta Karamanya Vidvanso Yatha Kurvanti Bhar. They are working, not for work. They are working for money. Kuriyat avid Vidvans Tatha Sakta Chikirshu Lok Sangraham. Now, another hand, see the person who has realized, who has realization. Same way, this person also works very same way. Let's understand this process. What Sri Krishna is trying to say. He's saying that when Lord takes incarnation in this world and he does something. Take an example of Lord Sri Ram. Sri Rama was doing his Leela. And actions of Lord, we call it Leela, not action. If God does, we call it Leela. So Sri Ram was doing Leela. Take an example. When Sita was kidnapped. And Sri Ram and Lakshman was searching Sita here and there. And Ram was crying like an ignorant person, very attached person. He was crying, where is Sita? He was looking here and there. Leela was going on. And he was crying so deeply. Some scriptures states that the entire surrounding becomes so miserable because Ram was crying so deeply. See, now think. Being God, he knew everything. Where Sita is. So there was no reason to cry. There was no reason to search. He knew everything. So God did everything as an ignorant person, although he was God. He was God. If Lord Sri Ram had thought, I am the God, I knew everything, then Lord Ram could not have cried. Lord Ram could not have searched Sita because I know everything. Now see, when Sri Ram met Sugri, and Sugri was a miserable person, very miserable condition. When they meet each other, Sugriv asked Sri Ram, tell about what had happened with you. Sri Rama said, just forget about me. Now you tell, what is your problems? What is your problem? Forget about my problems because my problems are not real problems. They are created. They are imagined. So like God does Sri Ram says, my problem's not problem. I can laugh, I can cry, same time. But your problems are real problems. So first these problems will be solved. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, Kuryat avidvans tatha sakta. As Lord does Leela perfectly, so the learned person also does all activity. He must act like attached person, but within he is not attached. His entire focus is on the action, not the fruit. See the difference. If someone is attached with the result, its focus will be towards the result. If the realized person is just unattached, its focus is towards its action, not toward the result. Kuryat vidvans tatha sakta chikirshu loka sangram. What the purpose? What the purpose? The purpose is loka sangraham. Loka sangraham. Lok sangraham means yesterday, the last session we discussed to give lesson to other person, set example to other person, Lok sangraham. Now next one. Na buddhi bhedam janed ajnanam karma sanginam yosayeta sarva karmani vidwan yukta samacharaha. I repeat again this mantra. Na buddhi bhedam janed ajnanam karma sanginam yosayeta sarva karmani vidwan yukta samachara. Very, very beautiful this verse also. See the meaning. He should not bewilder the mind of the ignorant who are attached to the work. Rather, himself performing work with devotion, he should cause others to do so. I repeat the translation again. He means the learned person. He should not bewilder the mind of ignorant who are so attached to the work, rather himself performing work with the devotion, he should cause others to do so. Very beautiful. Sri Krishna is giving instructions to the teachers. Sri Krishna is giving instructions to the spiritual leaders. Spiritual leaders. He advising knowledgeable person. He says, Na buddhi bhedam janayet. Let's understand. There are so many people. They are working for the world. Very practical. Very practical. You work for a month, you will get salary. If you do this, you will get that. So there are worldly things. But after some time, having listened so many times scriptures, slowly we becomes faithful towards the scriptures. And we start do some work according to scriptures. We start doing japa, we start doing pilgrimage, charity, mantra jap, and scriptural activity. Scriptural activity. And see the difference. One person is just lower level. He does puja, he does pilgrimage, he does mantra, chanting, and another person is realized person. So viewpoints are very different. One person is very lower level. He has faith in scriptures. He thinks, if I do this japa, after death, I will get heaven. If I do this mantra, if I do charity, if I do this punya karma, then after in next life, I will get this merit, I will get this, I will get this. But the realized person, for that person, everything is mithya. Nothing is truth. Only self is truth. So, Sri Krishna says, Na buddhi bhedam janayed. This person is ignorant, but he has faith in God. He has faith in scripture. He has faith in ritual. So do not confuse them. Do not make confuse them. They are doing. You do with them. You give support them. I saw so many Mahatmas in India. So great personality. When rituals was happening in the ashramas, they were first person to be there. Suppose Aarti time is 6 morning. I saw them. They were first person to be there. Then next person also come, but they were first. They do not have any desire. They do not have any desire get from the God. Just for to Vidwan Yukta Samachara. Sri Krishna says, first you do. You do good activity. You are realized. You have understanding. You have more maturity. So it is your duty. You do and make people do. You do japa. You do not want anything from the japa. You do pilgrimage. But for whom? Ignorant. Jo sayat sarva karmani vidwan yukta samachara. Very, very carefully, perfection way, you do and make people do. Sri Krishna is saying, do not teach them everything is mithya. They can't understand. They will give up the good things and they cannot take the right things. Your right message will not be given to them. Your wrong message can be conveyed immediately. So Sri Krishna is warning, na buddhi bhedam janayeta, ajnanam karma sanginam. Teach them. Give faith to them. Do with them. Slowly, 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 their inner instrument becomes pure. They also would be a realized person. So these two mantras, Sri Krishna is giving instructions to the masters who are the spiritual leader, who has responsibility to teach the society, who has responsibility to lead the society towards the God, how to give the message, how to behave. You do and let them do. Vidwan yukta samacharaha. Now, next. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa ahankara vimudhatma karta aham iti manyate. I repeat this mantra again. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa ahankar vimudhatma karta aham iti manyate. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, while actions are being done in every way by the gunas of nature, one who is deluded by egoism thinks thus I am the doer. See the translation. While actions are being done in every way by the gunas of nature, one who is deluded by egoism thinks thus I am the doer. Prakrite kriyamanani. Now Sri Krishna is giving philosophical point to Arjun. Sri Krishna is saying, Arjun, think. Who is the doer? Who is the doer? Action has been done. Some action has been done. Any action can be taken. Suppose a building has been made. A book has been written. So work has been done. Either very small or very big. It does not matter. The only thing is work has been done. Now the question is, who is the doer? Now you think. You think. Sri Krishna is saying, Arjun, who is the doer? And where you are. Who you are. If you say, I am the doer, I am the doer. So see the entire procedure. Prakrite kriyamanani. Sri Krishna is saying here, now see how work happens, how any action takes place. What is the procedure? The procedure is, first thought comes in mind. Then it passes to the sense organs. Then sense organs becomes active and action, then organ of actions start working. So mind or intellect, sense organs, body. Three factors are there. If any work happens, only three factors are there. Brain thinks, and eyes see, ears hear, hand moves, and work completed. Any work, thought comes to the mind, then sense organs becomes active, then body does. And you are not body, you are not sense organs, you are not mind. Where you are? Nowhere. I would like to give some examples to make this point understand. It is like this, electricity is here. And we have so many equipments. Some equipments are very advanced. Some equipments very, very basic. Some may be more valuable, some may be very cheap. Equipment have its own capacity. But electricity is the same. Electricity is the same. Our devices, our equipments are different. Their functions are different. But electricity is not different. If your device is more valuable, it will give you results more efficient. If your device is not so perfect, you will get result not good. So this is not fault of electricity. If we are not getting good results, it does not, electricity is not wrong. No, electricity just gives power. Now see, actually, I remember a story, very beautiful story. There was a king. His name was Vikram. Very, very famous Vikram. Vikramaditya. We call Vikramaditya. This king used to roam in his kingdom to see the real condition of the kingdom. He had all facility to know, but he was so kindness. He was so kindness towards his people. So he did not want to make any mistake. So he roamed here and there. But he disguised himself. He hid himself. He take different shape, different get-up. That is why the people cannot recognize him. He was walking here and there and to know what really is happening in my kingdom. One day, he was passing through a village and there was a crowd and people was so in a problem. They were thinking, they were sitting, they were engaged in deep discussion. So he thought something wrong. He went there and he asked someone, what is happening here? Is any problem? May I help you? The one person said, the problem is very big. No one can help. King said, okay, let me try. What is the problem? Then the one person said, actually, in our village, a person had been died. And he left its will. And the will is very, very confusing. The conditions of the will cannot be fulfilled. King asked, what are the conditions? The people say, actually, the person had 3 kids. And he wrote in his will, he said, whatever I have, it should be divided in my 3 sons. And according to this ratio, and he described. He said, first part will be go to my elder son. The half part will be go to my elder son. And youngest son will be given 1/4. And the middle son will take 1/5. I repeat, very confusing. He wrote that the half part of my property will be given to my eldest son. And youngest son will be given 1/4. And the middle son will take 1/5. So king said, what the problem? Divide it. Well, we did it. Everything we did. But one problem is there. That person left 19 horses. 19 horses. how to divide them. Everything has been divided. Houses, property, money. But 19 horses, how to divide, how to make half. Then 1/4, 1/5. The king said, okay, can I help? They said, yes, help. The king said, I have a horse. I'm giving that horse to you. They said, okay. Now, how many horses become? They are 20. Okay. They are 20. Now give 10, one person. So eldest one got half, 10. Okay. And youngest one, 1/4. So give him 5. And middle one will get 1/5. Give him 4. So 9, 5, and 4 horses distributed. And king said, okay, now your problem has been solved. I am going. And he took his horse and went away. Now my question is, how many horses were distributed? Only 90. What 20th did? Nothing, just present. So presence of 20th did everything. Same, presence of the electricity, all devices will work. See, Sri Krishna says, your presence is needed. You are not doer. Vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. But because of delusion, we are saying that I am the doer. You are not doer. Now, next one. Tat vittu mahabaho guna karma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartanta iti matvana sajjate. I repeat again. Tat vittu mahabaho guna karma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartanta iti matvana sajjate. See the meaning? Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, O mighty armed one, the one who is knower of the fact about the varieties of gunas and action does not become attached, thinking thus the organs rest on the object of the gunas. Sri Krishna is describing here. There are two kinds of person. One is Vimudhatma, deluded one. Another is Tattvit. Tattvit, the knower of the reality. The knower of the reality, what kind of reality? Reality is guna. Guna. Guna makes us to work. Tattvitto mahavaho guna karma vibhagayo. Vibhagayo, the division. This is the guna, this is the work. And he knew. The realized person know that guna means here sense organs. Another guna means the objects. So what is happening here? Our eyes are watching. Watching what? Color. Our ears are hearing what? Sound. Tongue is tasting. Nose is smelling. Skin is touching. Entire the universe is only in 5 organs. The entire knowledge you can comply it in 5 organ senses. There is no 6th knowledge. There is no 6th knowledge. Touch, smell, hear, see, smell. So our nose is smelling. Where you are? Tongue is testing where you are. You are not testing. Eyes are watching. You are not watching. Ears are listening. You are not listening. Sri Krishna is saying, Arjun, just think. Guna guneshu varatanta. The entire universe can be experienced through the five senses. Nothing else is happening in this universe. I is working. Where you are, guna guneshu vartant iti matvana sajjate. Sri Krishna is saying, this is the process of entire universe. Sense organs are enjoying the objects. In one word, I can say that Sri Krishna is saying, sense organs are playing with the objects. This is the universe. Sense organs are playing with the world. This is the universe. You are not anywhere. That is why you should not be attached. You should not be attached. Sense organs are doing their job. Let them do. Iti matva na sajjate. The learned person is not attached because he knows the reality of this universe, these sense organs and objects. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bhoida Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Chinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.